Hey, Nelson George with another Follow the Sound. This one is not so much about uh, music spots, but music adjacent spots. I'm on Sunset Plaza here in West Hollywood, and this was one of the spots where there's tons of clubs nearby and music clubs, nightclubs, and this area was kind of like a gathering spot which, for the business. So Chin Chin, which is about to close here in their location here, is one of those spots you could see uh, slightly more health conscious members of the music business. Someone who was further down the strip. I remember when I first came to LA in the 80s as a music journalist and then later as a screenwriter. I was around this area a lot. I had, it seemed like a billion business meetings, dates with various women, and just gatherings of all kinds around here. So it's kind of nostalgic and sad to see that it's not nearly the kind of location it used to be. You can see right here there's a for lease sign. There's a lot of for lease signs around here. It really is not the epicenter was how it used to be. So we're coming up on another place that used to have me have a lot of affection for. And this used to be La Petite Four here on Sunset Boulevard. This is where I'd see all my old school R&B people. As I had an adult crowd, and especially in the last few years, I had a couple of really great lunches with Bill Clinton, with George Clinton here at the Petite Four. It just closed. Very sad. Again, it was very adjacent. You could come here and see any old R&B singer, people from the black radio world hanging out here. It was that kind of location. So this is Petite Four. It used to be La Petite Four, which is just literally closed up. And I'm going to hit one more spot here on Sunset. And they move it around. Seeing across the street. One of the things about music culture is that music culture, it's never just the bar or the club. It's the adjacent area around it that helps feed it and then benefits from it. And this strip here, Sunset Strip, was for years, an epicenter of culture, but it's not anymore. And so there's a lot of ghosts of the music business available here. And this is the last one on this particular run coming up. This was very recently a sort of a upscale fast food. Does that make any sense? Spot called Takaya. There's a chain of them. There's a bunch of them still in town, but like a lot of other spots on the strip, this place is closed. But really, this spot is most famous for being La Dome. And La Dome was one of the seen and be seen kind of bistros here in West Hollywood. I remember having, again, a lot of record business lunches and gatherings here. I guess my most profound memory, actually it's sort of not a music thing. I had my friend Chris Rock was in New Jack City, and he and I think not Mario Van Peebles was here, the director, but also Doug McHenry. So I jumped into a car with Chris and I think Doug McHenry and some other folks. The night New Jack City opened, we ate here at La Dome and drove around the different theaters that were with a hit movie, including Westwood, where they'd only booked it in one room and people literally broken in. There was such mania to see New Jack City. So, you know what? We're still here on Sunset. Let's just keep going. Since we're going to hit these spots. This is I don't know if it's the bane of being old, but it is one of the kind of outcomes of age and experience is that places come and go. And you have to be good with that. There are eras, and this was definitely a long era. Each one of these spots that I mentioned probably had moments of super hotness as a hangout spot. And certainly, again, the strip here in West Hollywood is one that, from 77 Sunset Strip when I was a kid, the TV series through its 60s heyday as a rock and roll emporium, to the 80s when the R&B scene popped up around here, you know, and even doing hip hop, because a lot of these spots became spots where folks hung out. But all of that was tied into the record business. When people bought vinyl, bought CDs, bought cassette tapes, even 8 tracks, if you want to go back that far, and the profitability of that fed these restaurants, fed bars, fed so many ancillary businesses in this town and around the country. So that was my years at a Billboard, particularly starting 81, actually, the record world, the Billboard from 82 to 89. This was a pilgrimage I made. I would be in this area on a regular basis anytime I came to LA, meeting people for interviews or getting gossip, you know, to fill my columns. And of course, I'm going to hit a spot here around the corner, which represents the disappeared record business and all of the glory of that. And first, just since I'm here, hold on a second. Across the street, this building here, right there, that was Spago. That was a very elite dining spot in the 80s. I went to several Grammy parties there, after parties. Have a crazy, the bus is in the way now, but that was at that spot, Spago. Let's see if you can see it again. I hooked up with Orange Juice Jones. Hold on a second. I hooked up with Orange Juice Jones, who was nominated for a Grammy for The Rain, and ended up riding around the city with him and 2 girls in a limo all night. A good memory. And then over here, that Supreme store, you know, upscale, youth-oriented fashion. This was Tower Records, one of the great record stores in the era of vinyl. This was a destination. Elton John was a regular grabbing records from here, hearing what was new and hot. Everybody came through here looking for what was the next thing that was happening. And it's sort of appropriate because this is at the intersection where Holloway meets Sunset. West Hollywood kind of changes a bit in its atmosphere. So we went back from Chin Chin, La Petite Four, La Dome, and down here, Tower Records and Spago's. And all of those spaces are gone or either closed completely or changed, which is a reflection of not just West Hollywood real estate, but the nature of entertainment in America. Nelson George, Follow Sound, more to come.